Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Sharon Marin Lewis show. I'm your hostess, Sharon Marin Lewis, and I want to welcome you and thank you for tuning into this show. I also want to welcome the biggest part of my show, and that is my studio audience. Let's give up a round of applause. Welcome to the show. Now, I was talking to the audience before we started and just talking about the fact that this is an experiment in media. As you can see, we have a smaller audience than we did last week. Something that's happening on the day of recording is the final day of the Agriculture and Trade Show. I'm pretty sure that pulled away some people, but that won't stop us from getting the show underway. I will, of course, tell you the lineup, but before I get into that, I have to, of course, talk about my glam squad. And it's actually Pink Boutique. I want to give them a big shout out for making me look quite presentable today. I decided I wanted to go for fierce because this is the month of May. Mothers, how many mothers do we have here today? All right, let's give yourselves a round of applause. It's not easy. Sometimes we make it look very easy, but it's actually a very, very tough and challenging thing. And I'm sure that the women in here can attest to that. So I want to thank Pink Boutique for my outfit, my accessories. They did it. And I also had this little number from Wagons. This is what I got from Wagons, my friends at Wagons. They supplied these shoes for me some weeks ago, but I said, you know, it goes with this outfit. I know Pressure Pink can tell me give me a new shoes this week. I'll use what I have, and that's what I decided to do. And then I also want to say a big shout out to McNabb Designs. I don't know if you guys know McNabb Designs. They created the Sharon Marin Lewis logo. This is one version of it. There's another version that has a caricature on it, and I absolutely love it. What do you think of the logo, guys? You like it? All right, good. They absolutely like it, like me. I think I love it, though. I wouldn't say the word is like. I absolutely love this this logo designed by McNabb Designs, and I want to use this forum to just say thank you so much for doing that for the SML show. I tell Nolly a story about when I'm going to pick up this sign, right? Friday. I always believe that there's a lesson in everything. Friday I didn't have access to a vehicle like I don't today, so it's been a very rough week not being able to have access to my vehicle. It's not working, and so I had to borrow a vehicle and to try to get wrong, and you know how that could be. So I had a very trying week. On Friday I spoke with the people at McNabb Designs, and I told them for the first week I couldn't get the sign up, so please help me get it up this week. And so they came up with this idea, but they said that it would take some time to get it printed. And they worked overtime to get it printed and called me. I went over to pick it up and did like I usually do. They have their business downstairs and they live upstairs. And they have this big wide gate, and they have a buzzer. So what I normally do when I go there is I ring the buzzer and just walk in, because that's what you do. Well, that's what I thought you do. So this week I rang the buzzer. It was quite late, and I opened the gate and walked right in. But immediately as I walked in, I felt something cold touch my fingers. And right away, Miss McNabb was at the door, and she was like, oh my gosh, you almost got bitten by a dog. Their dogs were out. You know, they had let out the dogs earlier because, well, they were done with work. And so the dogs are a part of their security network. And so the dogs were out. So I was blessed. Thank God I don't get bite because I know me are there today. So I just have to say thanks to God to have me here. I'm very scared of dogs. And I know that a lot of people watching and listening are probably scared of dogs too. So I want to say that we have our lineup as well. Let me get into the lineup. We're going to start off with my Real Talk segment today. And we're going to insert a small giveaway in that. We have a gift certificate from Brothers Habit, and that is in celebration of Mother's Day, because you know it's the month of May. So we'll do a small little raffle, and after that we have my Real Talk segment. This is where I get to let you feel what I'm thinking for the week, and it generally ties in with what the country or what the people are focusing on. And after Real Talk, we get into the meat of today, and that is to talk about natural hair. We have our guests, we have experts here who will be talking about natural hair, and I'm very pleased to see that we have several people here. In fact, most of the audience have natural hair, and I'm pretty sure you'll benefit from what we have to share today. I have lovely Tracy and Tamar here. They'll be introducing themselves. They have been doing a natural journey for quite some time, just like myself, and it's not that easy. So we're gonna take a break right now, and we're gonna come back with the show. So stick around, don't go anywhere, and we'll see you in a bit.
This show is brought to you by Spooner's Cafe and Bar, the official home of the Sharon Marin Lewis Show. Pink Boutique, official wardrobe sponsor. McNabb Designs, creator of the official SML logo. Belize Western Union, gold sponsor. And Brother Sabet, silver sponsor. Prizes provided for this episode by the luxurious Black Orchid Resort in Boroboom and the enchanting Spooner's Cafe in Belize City.
This is making money transfers even more rewarding. Now through December 31st, 2016, each time you send or receive a qualifying transaction with your Western Union card at a Belize Chamber of Commerce location, you earn points that you can redeem for valuable rewards. Like discounts at Mikado, College, Menzies, and Southside Meats. You can even earn a Chamber discount card for a whole year. And so much more. For more details, visit your nearest BCCI location today.
Western Union, moving money for better.
Welcome back to the show. We're now gonna get into the Real Talk segment, and today on Real Talk, remember we're at Spooner's Cafe. Did I say we're at Spooner's Cafe? I don't think we said that when we started out. The boats are passing here at the riverside or at Hallover Creek, so that little interruption might happen from time to time, but we're here at Spooner's Cafe, the home of the Sharon Marin Lewis Show. Now to get back into Real Talk, I decided that I'm not going to do what the news media outlets are doing. They have the job, like I said, to do their research, to follow the stories, to report on what's going on and all that. I decided that because Guatemala is right in our face, they're bullying us practically. I decided to do some research on them because it's good to know who's bullying you. Don't you agree? All right, so that's what I decided to do. And first of all, they have a population of 15.8. Did you guys know that? So they swallow a whole, number one. They're way, way bigger than us. But one thing that struck me when I did my research is that, you know their president that they have now, right? Jimmy Morales. Okay, what I found out is that he's a comedian. I didn't know that. I mean, I know a lot of people who are watching might have been up on it, but I didn't know that he was a comedian, or even if I did know, I probably filed it in irrelevant information until today. So it's quite relevant to me that this guy is a comedian, and I literally said in my head, he still got jokes. Like, wow. So moving on, I want to say that, you see this device that I'm using right here? I want to thank my I call them my friends in the diaspora. Typical Croffy, whenever you get a call, aren't you happy when you get a call from the States and they say, what do you want? So somebody gave me a call and said, what do you want? I said, I want a laptop that I can type on, that's it. But then they brought me this thing that could do all this, so I just decided to show everybody, wow, it's great, isn't it? I like this laptop. So I just want to shout out my friends in the diaspora. That's why I did all that, just to tell them thank you so much. Another thing, I said real talk, Guatemala is leading the charts in this region in some very bad thing. One of the things that they're leading the charts on is they have the lowest literacy rate in Central America. How could a country that has the lowest literacy rate in Central America be considering war? How? I don't understand that. So that's one thing that I thought. I don't know what you guys think about it. The other thing that I found out is that they are recorded among the worst performers in terms of health outcomes. And they have the highest infant mortality rates and the lowest life expectancies at birth in the region. Did you guys know that? I had to look them up. I tell you, I had to look them up because I said, how, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a woman. Since we're in Mother's Day, we'll do a little comparison. And this reminds me of a woman who has a large family, And then there's another woman who's her neighbor who has a smaller family, okay? And the woman with the large family has excessive problems, you know? Have to find food for the kids to eat, have to ensure that they're healthy, this, that. But then the woman with the smaller family doesn't have as much. I mean, we have our problems here in Belize, don't get me wrong, but we don't have as much to be concerned about. We have a lot to be concerned about, but when you compare it to Guatemala, it's pretty bad there. So I said I'm comparing the two, and I said the woman that has the bigger family in the real world would be focusing on her family, right? That's what you do. The one with the smaller family, well, maybe she can afford a little bit more free time, but the one with the bigger family has to spend more time. Guatemala, spend more time with your family. Stop it. The next thing is that they also have the largest, actually, let me tell you where I got all this information from. You just go to Google. It's the best thing out there. So if you don't want to read no letter book or say you go to Google, find the search word, type in Guatemala, and all this stuff comes up, and you get in the know. They also have, listen, this is the final one, right? This is the final one. They have, remember I told you they have a population of 15.8 million people, right? Well, there's a thing called the poverty index, and I looked it up. On the poverty index, it says that 54% of Guatemala's population is below the poverty line. Like below the poverty line, you know? Not up there, below the poverty line. So that's what they're facing right now. They have an issue with health, the high mortality rate, excuse me, for infants, the low expectancy of their lives. They also have that issue with poverty that I just told you about. And I think that those are big things that Guatemala needs to focus on. What do you guys think? They have time for war with we? Definitely not. So I just have to keep it real with Guatemala. They're not watching probably, but I'm pretty sure that we have some Guatemalans who are here in Belize who could send a message back to them. It costs $0 to keep it real. Focus on the problems and left Belize alone. That's it for Real Talk. We'll be back.
This show is brought to you by Spooner's Cafe and Bar, the official home of the Sharon Marin Lewis Show. Pink Boutique, official wardrobe sponsor. McNabb Designs, creator of the official SML logo. Belize Western Union, gold sponsor. And Brother Sabet, silver sponsor. Prizes provided for this episode by the luxurious Black Orchid Resort in Boroboom and the enchanting Spooner's Cafe in Belize City.
This is making money transfers even more rewarding. Now through December 31st, 2016, each time you send or receive a qualifying transaction with your Western Union card at a Belize Chamber of Commerce location, you earn points that you can redeem for valuable rewards. Like discounts at Mikado, College, Menzies, and Southside Meats. You can even earn a Chamber discount card for a whole year, and so much more. For more details, visit your nearest BCCI location today.
Western Union, moving money for better.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
Welcome back to the show. This week our topic is beauty. It sounds kind of vain, but we're going to be talking about our hair, and it's not vain. It's actually a very important thing to discuss, and it's a very important thing to pay attention to. So for that, I invited who I call experts in the field. I invited my dear friend Tracy Roberto. Hi Tracy, good evening.
Good evening.
And hi Tamar, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, you both look lovely.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Thank you, thank you. I told them I went for the first thing around. So Tracy was here last week, a part of the audience member, and I saw her in the audience, and her hair really grabbed me. I was like, what did you do to your hair? And that's how we started having this conversation about hair. And one thing that has been a common or a constant thing in my life is people asking, how you handle natural hair, why you do it. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of hassle, you're brave to do it, all these things. And really, it really wasn't a brave thing. I just did it. And what we'll do is get into our stories about how we went natural. But the reason I wanted to do this story is because, or do this segment, sorry, I feel like news. The reason I wanted to do this segment, and we'll wait for the boat to pass. The boat is gone. I wanted to do this segment because there are people who are at this moment considering going natural. There are also people who have transitioned, who are frustrated and basically are at this close. They have a perm in their hand right now. Stop it. Stop it. We're going to help you out. Put the perm down. And then we also have people who have their hair permed, and that's fine. Everybody to each his own. But I think that we have to have some sort of direction and assistance for people who are trying to stay in this natural state. And I must say that both your hair look lovely, nice, great.
Thank you. Thank
Love
you.
it. I would have started telling my story first, but I think the good thing that a host does is have their guests tell them their story first. I'll tell you a little bit about Tracy. Tracy is a businesswoman. She's an entrepreneur, and she's a model. Well, they both go together because you make your money off of modeling as well. But Tracy's a model, and she also, currently she has a daycare that she runs with her sisters. What's the daycare called, Tracy?
Kids Are Us.
Kids Are Us, a lovely daycare, and they take care of the kids. And then you model as well.
Yes.
You've been doing it for 15 years?
A little bit over 15
A little
years.
bit over 15 years. Tracy has been modeling as well. And tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I started modeling at 18, and a few years after that, I won the first ever Miss Belize Top Modeling competition here. And I went over to Istanbul to live. I signed to a modeling agency and been working there for a while. I came back home after 8 years and continue modeling, but not as much as I used to do before because now I'm a mom. I have 2 kids, so priority changed.
Yeah.
And I became Mrs. Belize in 2011. I went to compete in the Mrs. World pageant, and I'm now working on natural hair, trying to figure out what works best for me, and while doing that, informing everybody on that, because everybody here is so different.
Exactly.
So what works
You
for
started
me-
a blog, right?
Yeah, I started a blog called Naturally Belizean. I have an Instagram page, also Naturally Belizean. I have a Facebook page called Naturally Belizean. And I don't only put information about what works for me, but if I find an article that I think will help others, I would share that with everybody as well.
All right, then. Tamar, tell us a little bit about yourself,
I
Miss
love-
Modeler.
I love women like you guys. You guys inspire me so much. I've never met you before. This is the
Thank
first
you.
time
Thank
I've been
you.
meeting Tracy, and I feel like I've known you forever. But
I think at 2 years, but I feel like forever
it
for
feels
you.
like forever.
We quarrel enough too. I mean, nobody.
We don't want to.
But welcome, Tamar.
Thank you. Yeah, so you ladies do inspire me. I have done some modeling myself. Before that, I was, this is how I met Sharon, by the way. I was becoming involved in journalism and media, and I decided that I wanted to do more of the things I love. So I started to travel to as many countries as I could. So I've been traveling, and I've just been trying to do everything that I love to do at once. So I've modeled, I've traveled, I've been getting into photography. I am wanting to start a nonprofit organization that caters to youths. And so that's what I'm currently working on. And in the meantime, I try to stay pretty.
Good, you're doing a good
And
job.
so I have to try to do my best to maintain my natural hair. I love my hair. I didn't always love my hair, but I'm glad that I'm now starting to love my hair and all my natural features. And so I've started this hair journey thing, and I'm loving it so far.
Thank you, thank you. So I'll tell you first how I went natural. All right, I decided to go natural. My daughter is 15. My oldest daughter is 15, so it would be something like 12 years ago. And this started because well, when she learned to talk, you know, kids ask you a lot of questions. And one of the questions that she asked me was, how come my hair was like that, which was permed, and then her hair wasn't? And I really couldn't answer the question. And so I said, you know what? Let me not try to answer that question and make up a lie. Let me tell her that I do something to my hair to make it that way. And then she wanted to do that thing to her hair as well. And that's when it got out of hand. I said, nobody's doing that thing to their hair anymore. And I went to a hair salon, Mape at the time, and I asked her to please cut my hair for me like a boy. And she thought I was crazy. She was like, she tried to talk me out of it. I always go to Mape, so I always go there to do my hair. Wait a whatever amount of time, forget it, perm, flat iron, straighten. You go there, you know, morning and you left night. You know the sacrifices you made for your hair. Ladies, everybody knows that, you know, we've put in a lot of hours for our hair. And so when I did that, when I went and I cut off all my hair, I didn't know what I was in for, but I was happy that I did it. And I haven't looked back since. I haven't permed my hair since then. I've touched the flat iron a bit, but I haven't put in any perm. And then when I met Tracy, I realized that there was a deeper conversation to have, because when people message me and say, how you keep your hair so annoyed, they don't like the answer because I literally do nothing. My kids could tell you, I'm in the house looking crazy most of the time, and then when I'm ready, I just twist. That's it. Get some grease and twist, and that's it. I don't, but when I spoke to Tracy, Tracy was talking to me about paste and treatment and this and that, and we were talking to Tamar. They have all kinds of ideas about natural hair and how to maintain it. And so I said, you know what, that conversation must be had. So Tracy, I know you told me your story, and that's quite incredible how you went natural.
Yeah, I went natural because, I mean, as I said, I've lived in other countries, and one of the countries that I lived in, well, two actually, Turkey and Mexico, they don't have a lot of people with my hair type.
I know.
So going to the salon and telling them I need a relaxer, I need a touch-up, or what's that? They don't know what to do. They don't even know where to begin. And it was quite frustrating. So finding the product my heart alone just in those places. And I remember living in Istanbul, having to wait people coming over and ask my family, please send a pack of relaxer for me. I mean, it was that bad. And I like, it get out of hand and I said, you know what? I just go natural.
Did you do a big chop or did you?
Yes, I had what they call a TWA, a teeny weeny afro. I had like, I growed it a little bit and I cut it off and I had a small afro like this. And
this is what I like about Tracy. She used terms like TWA. She said, oh, you had a TWA. I'm like, what that? Teeny weeny afro. I didn't know.
And you go through that stage when you look at yourself in the mirror and like, eh, I'm not used to see myself like this.
Yes.
This, you know, it literally feels like you're ugly, an ugly stage, but then you embrace that. You embrace, as your hair grows and people start complimenting you and wanting to know what you do with your hair, you embrace that. And then you start to realize, you know what, there's a different type of beauty that nobody never tell you about.
Yes. Tamar.
Well, for me, when you were talking about how you just Sharon, you just literally twist your hair and it's, you know, this is what you get.
Yes.
Well, I feel the same way. I feel like when I decided to go natural, it was because I got tired of fighting with my hair. I was fighting my hair for years. Even as a child, my mom was doing the fighting for me. She would do her darnest to get my hair in ponytails and the plaits and the clips. And within 2 hours, it would look like a mess because my hair doesn't seem like it was meant to be contained. You know?
It was meant to be free, to flow.
Yes. So by the time I was 10, I had to be combing my own hair because it would take too long for my mom to get it in the ponytails. So I would just brush it as hard as I could to try to get it in a bun. I would do my darnest to get the waves under control as if my waves were a bad thing. And my mom always said, no, you can't put relaxer in your hair, you're not allowed to. But when I was in fourth form, I thought, I'm old enough to make this decision.
So you did it.
So I did it. I relaxed my hair. It was straight, it was shiny, I loved it.
You fling it about like when I first put my hair?
It was like my new toy.
Yeah.
But then, eventually, it started to look damaged. And I would put more relaxer in there to try to cure the trashy ends and
the end roots and things.
The roots. And I was just adding more and more stress to my hair. So it got to the point where my ponytail was this big. And I felt like kind of like how you felt when you said you felt you were going
Like
through that ugly stage.
Yeah.
But only I didn't have to cut my hair to feel that way. It was just falling out to that point. So I decided, you know what, I can't put any more relaxer in my hair. And so it started to grow out. And I continued to feel hideous for maybe a year or so because my hair actually grows very slowly. This is 5 years of growth. And it seems like it's maybe about 2 inches or so away from its original length before I started to relax it. But as time goes by, I just fall in love with it more and more. I now accept the fact that it's never going to look smooth and shiny and my waves are still pretty. So yeah, that's where I am.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I've just given up the fight and I just let my hair do what it wants to do and we're friends now.
Okay, good. All right, well, what we're gonna do at this time is we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back with our final little piece of talk on natural hair, and we're also going to initiate a natural hair challenge, and that's gonna be to our audience members and to people viewing at home if you'd like to participate. And we're going to tell you how to get involved in that. But we're going to take a break, and when we come back, these ladies are going to give you great advice on hair, on natural hair, and how best to take care of it. And we're talking about all different textures, not just Tamar's textures or Tracy's or mine. We're talking about all textures. So we'll take a break, and we're going to come back to talk about that. Thank you.
This show is brought to you by Spooner's Cafe and Bar, the official home of the Sharon Marin Lewis Show. Pink Boutique, official wardrobe sponsor. McNabb Designs, creator of the official SML logo. Belize Western Union, gold sponsor. And Brother Sabet, silver sponsor. Prizes provided for this episode by the luxurious Black Orchid Resort in Borough Boom and the enchanting Spooner's Cafe in Belize City.
This is making money transfers even more rewarding. Now through December 31st, 2016, each time you send or receive a qualifying transaction with your Western Union card at a Belize Chamber of Commerce location, you earn points that you can redeem for valuable rewards, like discounts at Mikado, College, Menzies, and Southside Meats. You can even earn a Chamber discount card for a whole year, and so much more. For more details, visit your nearest BCCI location today.
Western Union, moving money for better.
Welcome back to the show. It is the Sharon Marin show, and we're winding down, but we're still going. And I have my guests here on set. We're doing part 2 of the conversation that we had started, and that's about natural hair. And now we're going to be talking about best practices, right?
Yes.
I'm going to try using a fancy word, best practices. And we have some ingredients here that we're going to tell you about, how to use it to make your hair look great if you have natural, this is only for natural hair people?
Actually, this is a protein mask we're doing, so it can work for people who has treated hair also.
Oh, okay, so for treated hair, for natural hair, but I'd encourage natural hair. This is a natural hair challenge that we're going to start off. So I'm encouraging people who have natural hair to take us up on the challenge when we start talking about that. But for now, we're going to get quickly into some advice about natural hair. Tracy, you go.
Okay, one of the things that keep coming up is about how you detangle your hair. Everybody says who has natural hair, it's best to detangle your hair when you have a lot of conditioner that has a lot of slip in the shower and use a white teeth comb. That way, your curls or your hair texture stay intact, you don't manipulate it, and when you finish rinsing it off, you just towel dry it and leave it alone.
I have a white tooth comb and we're going to show it. We're going to continue talking. I'm going to try to signal somebody while we're doing this to get the big teeth comb, and we're going to put it right here because the big teeth comb started showing when it comes to natural hair. Without it, you will perm your hair the very same day if you don't have a big teeth comb to clear out your hair.
Like so that's the holy grail of natural hair.
Exactly.
You need to have a white teeth comb.
For me, I love my 10 fingers. I find I detangle my hair mostly with my hands, and a lot of conditioner, like you said, that has a lot of slip. I like to detangle my hair in the shower when I have conditioner in there, and then I just let it air dry.
When we were having this conversation, I went to Tracy's house Friday. We met about it, and when I went there, lo and behold, she had just washed her hair and she had it in 2, and she said, I just detangled it with my fingers in the conditioner because it has a lot of slip, a lot of conditioner, so that's always good. And so, yeah, continue. Sorry for interrupting.
No,
Okay, so with that, also we have mothers who are dealing with young kids right now, and they're thinking about perming their hair because they're having a difficult time managing it. What advice would you give to them?
I would say because it's very hard, especially when you have to get up early for school and get them ready and get them out at the door in time. So the best thing is to braid their hair, either cornrow or put in braids, and keep them hair intact and contained for a long period of time without them having to fuss every time, and that way they don't compromise the kid's natural texture.
Yeah.
So braiding, I would say, is the ultimate answer for kids.
Right. You think so too, Tamar?
I think so. I did used to braid my hair as a child, and it did save a lot of time and tears.
Yes.
So it was good.
Well, what I did was, when the kids were younger, I did the plaiting and the combing, and I put in beads.
Yes.
Then I want to see another beads again for the rest of their life. I used to plait here weekend, put in beads, and then move on. And then as they grew older, they just have to manage it themselves. And I listen to them complain, but they don't want to. They seem to love the natural. Even though they complain, they love it anyway. I'm going to work on the white teeth comb for now. But I also wanted us to talk about people who are, they've just transitioned.
Yeah.
They're just getting into it. That's one of the critical places, because you get frustrated easily. When I'd first done my hair, or first gone natural, what I did was I did the small, you named it for me, I don't remember the name.
Finger twist.
The finger twist. That's what I did to be able to maintain it. So those would last 2 weeks, and then I'd go in and do it again until my hair started growing out. And that's how I was able to not lose my mind and not go insane with my natural hair.
The finger twist is the need to plug there?
No. It's a little. You take one little comb and you flip, flip. It looks like, you know how a gecko tooth look? Almost like the size. And I had to go real quick to find something to give you a comparison. That's what I think. That's the size of it. It's small. You know, it's on your hair and it stays in for the whole 2 weeks. All right, go ahead. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I did when I first started out, just so I didn't go insane, because it was difficult. Then as time went by and I started, it started growing out. It went from a teeny weeny TWA to, what would it have been then? Something longer that I could manage. Then I started doing the 2 twists, which is what I did this week, and then I loosed it out earlier today on my way here.
Very nice.
Very nice, right?
Yeah.
Just quick thing. And I'm still waiting for the white teeth comb. I have to find somebody to get the white teeth comb for it.
For people who are transitioning, I remember one of the time that I started to transition and I had my teeny weeny afro, I was about to go to an international pageant. And I didn't want to compromise my natural hair growth for that.
Yeah.
So what I did was braid the whole thing and weave my whole hair.
Wow, okay. That's another way.
I protect my natural hair, and I still had that long flowy hair that pageant girls supposed to have.
Yeah.
So that worked out
That's
great.
another option.
way.
So if you see me at a weave on a show, it's not because I'm betraying my natural ways, it's because I'm preserving it, and I use other ways to do my hair. It's for diversity. It's not, giving up on being natural. So that's another way to preserve it.
Yeah, when you're transitioning, if you're not comfortable using it out yet.
And there's some people who lock up their hair as well.
Yes.
Put in locks. I see we have one person in the audience who has locks. The only gentleman who's here today. But that's another thing. But you have to. That's a natural thing, but you have to be able to maintain it and all that. Well, what we want to do now is mount the challenge. We want to mount the challenge. It's called name the challenge. It's the SML
Protein Mass Challenge.
Yes, it's the SML Protein Mass Challenge, and that is why we have these ingredients here. Now, Tracy and I were talking about this protein mass that she used, because when she came here last week and I told you I admired her hair, she said, this is what I did. And she proceeded to tell me, and I said, well, I have to try it. And being that I'm trying it, I would like everybody to try it. So I'll tell you about the ingredients first, and Tracy will tell you about the actual process. I have honey here. It's not rum, it looks like rum. The next one is coconut oil. It's not rum, it looks like rum. I have banana, and I have egg. And these are avocados, right? These are Mexican avocados. They cost $2 each.
I see.
I said, well, as long as I'm not Guatemalan, I'll buy it. No problem. So I said, $2 for my show. What's that? $4. It's worth it. So there we have so it could be any avocado is avocado. Even if it's Guatemalan, you can use it. But this is what we have here. Mexican avocado.
Yeah. It's like breakfast for your hair.
I think I'll have breakfast with one of them at least tomorrow. So what do we do with it, Tracy?
Okay. All of these ingredients will be blended up together.
So we need a blender. So you need all these ingredients plus a blender.
A blender. And what I did, I have medium length here. I use a medium banana, 1 avocado, 1 egg. And for the coconut oil and the honey, you basically have to judge, because the consistency has to be like conditioner.
Okay.
Yeah. And all that honey and coconut oil does is honey hydrates your hair, coconut oil sealing your hair from moisture so that these things doesn't escape from your hair.
Okay.
And you put in the mask, you section your hair in four, put in the mask, and you cover it up with a plastic wrap. Leave it in for 1 hour if you're not going under the dryer. But if you're going under the dryer, half an hour will do fine, and you rinse it out.
And that's it.
And that's it. You do the same process when we told you about detangling your hair in the shower. Go through that process and detangle your hair.
Okay.
And you leave your hair alone. Do not manipulate your curls because you won't have the best results.
Okay.
And you should have beautiful hair. The protein hair in your hair is actually help your hair to last longer and not break.
Okay.
So this is what it to help build the protein in your hair.
Okay. All right. So it's the hair protein mask.
So with a product with this mask here, since it's going to prevent breakage, it should help with, like, if you're trying to grow your hair.
Yes, it should help you to grow your hair because when we all go through that breakage stage. Even me, I still go through it because sometimes I just get overexcited about a product and never know when to finish, and then I face the consequences of that. So then I pulled out this mask and I use it, and my hair started to grow. I see the texture changes immediately.
Okay.
Changes immediately.
All right. But listen, when we leave here, I'm going to do the challenge myself, right? But we're launching this challenge right now, and we are inviting all natural hair people who would like to participate to make this hair protein mask, put it in, document while you're doing it. Take a picture of everything we had to do, right, or video it. SharonMarinLewis.show@gmail.com, or you can go to Facebook and look for us. If you haven't liked our SML page yet, it's the SML Show. You like that page, and you send us via message, the results of your hair protein mask.
I also have a before and after picture when I use this mask on my Instagram page. So if you follow Naturally Belizean, you will see the before and after picture. And I have a video coming up on my YouTube channel where I will show you how I did this.
Okay, and the winner of the challenge will be given a goodie bag. It's gonna be donated by our lovely Tracy Roberts. So Tracy, you're gonna give them a goodie bag, you said?
Yes, I will. I'll give you all the necessities. Oh, the startup for natural hair care and some few extras.
All right, good. Because I was saying I was gonna put a bag together and give it and get donors and put it together, but Tracy said, worry about that, I got it covered, so she's gonna do that. So remember, we want you to sign up for this challenge, and we hope to be getting your pictures, and between Tracy and Tamar and myself, we're gonna be choosing the winner of the challenge, so we look forward to that. With that, I'm gonna give them final words on natural hair, and then we're gonna wrap up. Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll go first.
All right.
Just like every girl who relaxes their hair and needs to tie down their hair at night, natural hair girls need to tie down their hair at night. Just because our hair is natural doesn't mean that it doesn't face some of the same harsh conditions that people with chemically treated hair does. So tie down your hair at night. It will save you a lot of trouble.
All right. Tamar?
Well, I just want to encourage everyone with natural hair to just give up the fight, and you have no idea how much I used to fight with my hair, Sharon, so please.
A lot of fight.
Yeah, so just let your hair do what it wants to do, and it's gonna save you a lot of time and a lot of heartache. And my favorite tip, of course, is detangling your hair using a lot of moisturizer and using your fingertips.
Okay. All right. Well, when we come back, for the wrap up, I will have the big teeth comb I want to show now. But my advice when it comes to natural hair is just remember that it's a part of you, and the same effort and trouble that you could give to your hair if it were treated or perm, you could give to your hair if it's natural. Because if you could go to a salon and spend hours waiting for it to be washed, flat iron, what do you call it? Then you, whatever you do when you go.
Treatments.
But you have to wait we have to wait after people gone already too. So at the same time, it's the same effort. So I just want to encourage you, if you're on that journey and you have any concerns, you could always email us as well, or you could also hit us up on Facebook or follow Tracy on Instagram. She has a lot of advice.
And on Facebook, Naturally Belizean.
Naturally Belizean. Look for it on Instagram and Facebook, and you love it. Well, that's it for the natural hair segment. Thank you both for being here, and we'll be back with the wrap-up.
This show is brought to you by Spooner's Cafe and Bar, the official home of the Sharon Marin Lewis Show. Pink Boutique, official wardrobe sponsor. McNabb Designs, creator of the official SML logo. Belize Western Union, gold sponsor. And Brother Sabet, silver sponsor. Prizes provided for this episode by the luxurious Black Orchid Resort in Boom and the enchanting Spooner's Cafe in Belize City.
This is making money transfers even more rewarding. Now through December 31st, 2016, each time you send or receive a qualifying transaction with your Western Union card at a Belize Chamber of Commerce location, you earn points that you can redeem for valuable rewards. Like discounts at Mikado, College, Menzies, and Southside Meats. You can even earn a Chamber discount card for a whole year, and so much more. For more details, visit your nearest BCCI location today.
Western Union, moving money for better.
All right, welcome back, and we're gonna wrap up at this time. My audience, they're so lively and fun after Love Day. But we've come to the end of another show, and I want to thank you for spending the past hour with us at SML. I finally found the big teeth comb that I was telling you about. Naturalistas, if you're combing your hair and you're using those small combs, you're probably having a very difficult time. So if you're just transitioning and you don't know about a big teeth comb, this is it. Get one of them. You don't have to be green, you don't have to have a hook. Just get one. And then we are going to do a quick raffle. We have a gift certificate from Brother Sabet. Carlo, your bail for me last minute, but you told me to do the giveaway. He had to go to Belmopan, not throwing him under the bus. He had to go to Belmopan as well, but he has a lovely gift certificate. And when the audience members came in, we gave them some small tickets, and now I'm going to choose one from here. Or I might just call somebody to choose one. Tracy, could you come and choose one for me, please? And then I'll ask Tamar to choose one because I have two to give away. One is also from Pink Boutique. Okay. I just remember that they were, yes, come around please. Okay, so choose one number. Shake it up. All right, let me see. And then I'm gonna see what number it is. This is the gift certificate from Brother Sabet, okay? So if you had SML number 9, number 9. Oh, good. Congratulations. You won a gift from Brother Sabet. Well, you'll give your name to my PR and they're going to take that down later on. My PR is smiling. And then we're going to do the next giveaway. Tamar, you have to come careful with this deck with your shoes, you know.
I hope I pick my number.
If you pick your number, I'll put it back in. All right, it is SML 7. Wow! Mrs. Arzu, congratulations, Patty Arzu. And that's the gift certificate from Pink Boutique. So congratulations. And with that, thank you, Tracy. Thank you very much. We're going to be wrapping up from here at the lovely, enchanting Spuna's Cafe. We are going to be here again next week, and we invite you to be with us on the show. I'm your hostess, Sharon Marin Lewis, telling you to enjoy the rest of your night. And remember that we'll be here next week, same place, same time. Goodbye for now.
Yeah. Are you ready?